Welcome to Universe Rewind, the only show where you can get up to date with Co-op Universe. As always, I'm your host, Elliot James, and what a week we had in Universe. We had a small indie promotion air its first live show, we saw a legend get injured, and we saw even more mind games on SmackDown. Before we get any further, I have two guests with me, the general managers of Raw and SmackDown respectively, James Murkerson and Tyson Murtha. Alright, so, James, Tyson, thank you, big thank you for being on the show.
Oh, it's great to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, Elliot, we're a huge fan of your show, even though you just started it last week. Anyway, so what do you got for us? Well, James, thank you for asking that. The first thing I want to talk about is the small indie promotion's first live broadcast. Of course, that small indie promotion is BCW, and their first, attempts at a live broadcast went live last Sunday night. They featured two matches on their 30-minute show. The first match was the first match for the pro wrestling rookies, Alex Rain and Adam Daniels. Daniels from Rhode Island and Rain from Illinois. Now, the two young men are friends. They train together. But at the end of the match, Daniels walked away with a nice win under his belt. Now, personally, I would say Daniels looked better in the match, but what do you two think?
I believe it was a very heartfelt match. I mean, rookies going at it. They've been through everything together, training together, and then to face off in the ring, trying to find out what they're truly made of. And one of these days, both these men are going to be great stars.
Tyson, I really like what you said there. But personally, while I do agree with what you said, I agree with you, Elliot. I feel the, match on a whole it was okay. It wasn't the best, it's the first match. It was okay for knowing that. But Alex just did not look like he was fully ready to be in the ring. I mean, he completely missed that springboard moonsault, and I don't know. Like, Daniels looked like he was fully ready to go. Alex, not so much. And it pains me to say, because, I've had, some good conversations with both of them. But I definitely want to see, again, like you said, in the first episode of Universal Rewind, Elliot, seeing as how the BCW owner, Baron Blades, always had a good relationship with the WWE, I wonder if Tyson and I are going to get a chance to sign him at some point.
No, I wouldn't mind having either of those guys on my show.
Yeah, I mean, I'd really like to see Adam Daniels versus Kevin Owens right now. But, Elliot, we're not going to, keep talking right now. What's next? Well, James, thank you for giving me the mic back. After the Daniels and Rain match, we saw just an instant classic, a clinic in the middle of the ring from James Fatal and Chris Danger. It was BCW's very first World Championship match ever between BCW's two best superstars. And it was a phenomenal match. Those two just tore the house down. And I really want to know, you two, you have been watching wrestling for a very long time, just like I have, but what are your opinions?
I was in shock. I was on the edge of my seat to find out, is he going to kick out? Is he actually going to win? And it was just back and forth, and from a wrestling fan, I was like, I got into the match so good, and it was just, I can't believe how big that match was, and they tore the roof off the place.
Tyson, you nailed it right on the head. I mean, to think that both of them, they're in BCW, a super small indie promotion, and yet they had that good of a match. I mean, it's not like WWE pay-per-view main event quality, but I wouldn't mind having that as the main event of my Raw show. I'm sure you wouldn't mind having that as the main event of your SmackDown
Absolutely
show.
Absolutely not.
So, I mean, it was a damn good match.
A pretty damn good match. I couldn't even say it better myself.
I mean, I know we said that we wouldn't mind having either guy, Alex and Adam on our shows, but I really want, either Chris Danger or James Fatal, or both of them, for that matter. I'm sure you wouldn't mind having both of them.
I wouldn't mind taking both of them, but if I had to pick one, I'm going to say to everyone, if I had to pick one, I'd have to pick James Fatal.
Really?
James Fatal has proved himself in that match. He was just like a superstar I've never seen before. It's like, reminds me of like a young Shawn Michaels of when he was wrestling.
Well, if I had to say young Shawn Michaels, I think Chris Danger fits the bill more there. But
I mean,
James,
you're not entirely wrong. It's just something you say.
Yeah.
You're not entirely wrong.
Kind of like the Shawn Michaels, Marty Jannetty.
There you go.
But they're not tag partners, so we can't really say that.
But if Danger was able to come to SmackDown, I wouldn't mind signing him.
Yeah, that's definitely true. I mean, I definitely think Fatal would fit the kind of show you like to, book more. With you being that, full-on, settle in the ring, action-packed guy, I definitely think Fatal fits the bill there with how aggressive he can be. And I definitely think I would love to see what Danger can do on the Red brand, personally. But, I mean, yeah, like we said earlier, that was a damn good match. And, Elliot, we're going to let you take the mic back. Well, James, again, thanks for giving me the mic back. You really like to talk. But, anyway, I really liked hearing your opinions there. And, well, after that, there's not much to say. Besides, Danger and Fatal really did prove that BCW is a legitimate alternative to the big promotions like WWE, Ring of Honor, New Japan, and all the other promotions. So, I'm definitely looking forward to see if, Baron Blake gets some big calls from some other indie superstars. But anyway, it's time to get to what happened on Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown. Alright, now it's time to talk about what happened on Raw and SmackDown. But for this, I, Elliot James, am going to walk away here. I'm going to let James and Tyson fully take it. So guys, go ahead. Oh, so thanks, Elliot. I appreciate that. So, okay, first things first, I guess we have to talk about Raw first since it's on Mondays. Now, Tyson, on a whole, do you kind of know what I kind of did for Raw?
Oh, of course. I pay attention to all shows.
I appreciate that, thank you. So, just on an overall whole, give your opinion on Raw.
My opinion? I understand what you're trying to do. You like trying to be casual in it, and in all honesty, I watched the show. I say it was a pretty good show, and overall, like, you had just that heinous attack by Kevin Owens on Matt Hardy. It was just sickening, but Kevin Owens trying to make a name for himself, possibly become the new champion, but it was just a heinous attack.
That it was. But I mean, the show kicked off, I had to go out and make the announcement about the whole Alexa Bliss situation in the women's title. And I've been getting, so many tweets and everything about, James, how did Alexa Bliss win the women's title by a count-out? That's not how wrestling works. And guys, of course, as I explained, I know that. I told Alexa she couldn't be recognized as champion. The referee just made a bad call in that case, and then Alexa went over my head. She went to the board of directors, and they said that Alexa won the title fairly. So there's nothing I could do. And so far, Tyson, you haven't had a superstar go to the board of directors on you, so what's your opinion on that?
And all my years of watching wrestling, I've never seen something like this happen. I mean, I've seen superstars win off of referee stoppage before, but it's just, how low can you go when you say you just go to the board of directors, you can't accept it as a woman. You can't accept that you can't be recognized as a champion because you can't win a title that way.
Yeah, and the sad thing about that is, Alexa was dominating Mickey in that match on the first episode of Monday Night Raw, but Mickey just starts to get the upper hand, and she decides, oh, well, I'm not going to take the chance. DDTs are on the floor and takes a count out. Like, what?
I kind of want to know what the mindset of that referee was, actually giving Alexa the win.
I don't know. Maybe he thought since there wasn't a pre-established champion, kind of like what the board of directors said, but
right there, the match should have... I know Alexa Bliss should have won the match, but there should have been no champion crowned.
Yeah.
It should have been settled a different way, but... I mean, I'm not the board of directors. I can't say anything about that. It's just... their decision is final.
Yeah, especially since they have control over our jobs. So
yeah.
Can't say too much bad about them.
That's all I'll say about that.
But I will say, I really like the way that Elliot, commentated that match. He was just as confused as everyone else, as he should have been. No one knew that was going to happen, and how can that happen? I don't understand.
We'll never know.
But of course, as Elliot alluded to earlier, a legend was injured on Raw, and that's because, as we stated on SmackDown, Kevin Owens injured Matt Hardy. As you said before, it was a heinous attack. It was sickening.
Absolutely, just a travesty. I feel bad. I wanted to take this time. He may not be on my show, but I do wish Matty all the best in luck in the recovery and in good health.
And did Jeff come in contact with you after Raw? Did he say that's why he was going to be gone?
I had a feeling that was the reason. He just said he needed a little bit of time, and I didn't question him there. I said, take all the time you need. I understand completely.
But I know we're jumping around here a bit, but speaking of Jeff Hardy, who on your production crew played Jeff Hardy's music during Roman Reigns and The Miz match?
In all honesty, I've been getting calls about that all day, ever since it happened, and I don't know. I've been still trying to this day, trying to get to the bottom of it, and I will find the bottom of it, and whoever did, and if it was a superstar on my roster, whoever did that, there will be severe repercussions.
All right. I mean, somebody had to have done it, but anyway, I don't want to get too off track here. But yeah, Kevin Owens, of course, injured Matt Hardy. He ambushed Matt when Matt was walking down to the ring. He threw Matt when Matt started his robe on. Matt tripped, and then 2 apron power bombs, and then a disrespectful pop-up power bomb after the match. And of course, package pile driver. I can't forget that.
The devastating package pile driver.
It's and I don't know what to do, because it's okay, if I ban the package pile driver, what good is that going to do? If, say, Kevin uses it again, what am I supposed to do? Suspend him, fire him? I'm losing one of my top superstars.
Exactly. You're losing your number 1 pick.
But then, Kevin has to be punished. So it's what do I do?
I can't comment on that. It's your show, man. It's all you.
I know. It's just, I'm stuck. There's nothing I can do to actually punish Kevin Owens for injuring Matt Hardy the way he did. But, on a little bit of happier news, we saw Finn Balor, Kurt Hawkins, and of course it wasn't, anything that'll set the world on fire, but Finn Balor showed respect to his friend Kurt Hawkins, and they actually had a pretty decent match with Balor picking up the win. So, you got thoughts on that?
It was a good match. I'll say that's the matches I like to see. A classic fight between 2 friends, and then showing the respect that it's just what still wrap my mind around the Kevin Owens thing. It's just respect. That's the common word here, is respect. And Finn Balor definitely had respect for Kurt Hawkins.
Yeah. I mean, and there's actually the backstage crew accidentally caught kind of a more personal conversation between Zack Ryder, Kurt Hawkins, and Finn Balor in the back. And I saw the footage because it somehow got leaked online. But they were talking about how Finn came into the locker room where Zack and Kurt was, and he talked to him, and I heard I heard Finn say that while he doesn't really like the way Zack beat T.J. Perkins for the U.S. title last week, but since he is a friend of Kurt, he will be looking to help out Zack and Kurt, form an alliance with the two, and just see what they can do together. So I think that's very interesting. I'm definitely going to look forward to how that pans out. What do you think about a potential Finn Balor, Zack Ryder, Kurt Hawkins alliance?
It's very interesting to me, and I wouldn't mind seeing that. It's a very unusual thing, I would say, in my mind, but I've I've seen things weird in the wrestling world.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder though, are they gonna be like the Edge Heads? Are they gonna be like just Balor Club Worldwide? Like, how's this gonna play out here? But of course, after that, the backstage crew also picked up a conversation between Titus Worldwide. Of course, Titus was checking up on his friend, his tag partner Apollo, and really the whole sum of the conversation at the end of it was Titus saying that they will get another shot at the B team, and since they know what to expect now, they will win. Now, of course, as Elliot said on commentary, who knows? You can never really predict what's going to happen in the world of wrestling, but I'd like to think that Titus Worldwide could pick up a win, but I don't know. What do you think?
They obviously seem determined to beat the B team, and I have a feeling that they're going to have a hard-fought match, and they're going to actually win this one. I have faith in Titus Worldwide. They're actually going to get the win. If they're determined, they have that mindset before the match, they're going to take it home.
Definitely. But I do know I have been getting some calls from free agent Dana Brooke. Of course, we know that she's really good friends. She likes to be there managing, Titus Worldwide. And I've been getting calls from her wondering, like, she's been trying to set up a time, like, she wants me to sign her to Raw. I'm still trying to figure out, some of the details. I'm not going to confirm anything, but it's a possibility. But speaking of Titus Worldwide, I've actually set up a deal. So tomorrow night on BCW, their second live broadcast, their main event will be Raw Superstars Titus Worldwide taking on Heath Slater and Rhino.
Wow.
Of course, Baron Blade, he's a friend of the WWE. We made a little deal, and Titus Worldwide, Heath and Ryder, they're going to go down, they're going to scout some talent in BCW, and they're going to help out, hopefully put on a really good match for Baron Blade and the BCW faithful.
And that's going to be a match that someone's going to want to see, like two teams going at it that has been in WWE, now going on to a BCW, an indie scene. It's going to be something exciting to see, and the fans will really get to enjoy it. I'll enjoy it.
Definitely. But I will say, on the phone, when I was talking to Baron at that match, I wouldn't be too surprised if he tries to get a hold of you, Tyson.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised, because he definitely would be willing to make a deal with you, see if maybe some of your superheroes can go down there, help promote a BCW show.
I wouldn't doubt it. Maybe you don't know what the future holds, and we'll see.
Yeah, definitely. But of course, after that, we had a pretty damn good main event between Bray Wyatt and AJ Styles. Of course, that was a World Heavyweight Championship tournament match, as in the same vein as Kevin Owens and Matt Hardy. But, I don't even know if that first one can be considered a match. But technically, Kevin Owens, everything he did was legal. He did, of course, move on to the second round. And in this case, at the end of the match, AJ Styles picked up the win and moved on to the second round, where he'll face next week Hideo Itami. And of course, that next episode of Raw will be live from the University of Michigan State in East Lansing, Michigan. So that's pretty cool to, be in that university. They got some really good people there. But the story of this match was Bray Wyatt hit a Sister Abigail out of nowhere, and then just out of nowhere, he got off the pin, just let it go. And he started taunting, attacking AJ some more. And I don't understand Bray Wyatt. Elliot, calling the match, he said he wanted to get in the mind of Bray Wyatt. He doesn't understand him. Like, Bray had the match won. AJ was dead to rights. But Bray just got off, and of course that allowed AJ to eventually hit the Styles Clash and pin him 1-2-3. But what could we be seeing here for Bray Wyatt? You got any thoughts, Tyson?
Cockiness. Just got cocky. He thought he trying to showboat his way, and then in the end he got caught. I don't understand. I like to get in that mindset of Bray Wyatt and to see what is going on in that head of his. We know he's sadistic. We know he's whatever. He does whatever he wants. It's just I want to know what he was thinking. Like, you had a chance to put away AJ Styles. You had a chance to put away AJ, and you didn't take it.
So you're kind of in the same mindset right now as Elliot, where he wants to get in the mind of Bray Wyatt. He wants to figure out, what Bray was doing.
I just don't understand. It still baffles me.
Yeah. See, I don't know. It's like we said, Bray had the match won, and with Bray, I don't even know if it's cockiness. Bray Wyatt's unpredictable. You cannot predict what he's gonna do. But I don't know. I don't know.
There's only one man that has the answer, and that's Bray Wyatt.
Yeah. Especially since he has no family with him on Raw, so...
Exactly. Who knows what that man is thinking?
Yeah. But, of course, that's really all we can say about Monday Night Raw. But coming up next, it's Friday Night SmackDown. Of course, you're the general manager of SmackDown, and, Roman Reigns immediately, as soon as Raw kicked off, Reigns stormed down to the ring, and he made his thoughts clear. So, of course, for those of you who didn't watch, to paraphrase here, Reigns said, he was essentially pissed off, but he thought he had the match won. Of course, that clearly didn't happen. Of course, it's Roman Reigns. He wasn't going to make excuses, and he just straight up said he wanted a match between himself and Jeff Hardy on that episode of SmackDown. But, of course, Tyson had to make the announcement of...
Jeff Hardy wasn't in the building. Obviously, I do believe that it was due to the injury of his brother the previous night. And but I did give Reigns an opportunity. I gave him a match to try to redeem himself from that last week's triple threat to face The Miz one-on-one.
And, of course, as we stated earlier, someone in the production crew, someone in the back... got into the production area, played Jeff Hardy's music out of nowhere, and then, of course, that caused a distraction, allowed The Miz to get a sneaky roll-up, 1, 2, 3 on Roman Reigns. And again, I know you talked about this, you're looking to get to the bottom of it, but there's just so much controversy right now on both our shows.
Yeah, controversy, usually this doesn't really happen in the professional wrestling world, but one of these days, I'm still trying to figure out who the heck did that. And like I said, if it's one of my superstars, repercussions will be coming. Maybe suspension or possible termination.
You'd be willing to fire someone over that?
Absolutely.
Wow. Tough management, but, maybe it's worth it.
After that match, I was in my office, and literally almost Roman Reigns kicked in my door, and he was furious. And
jeez.
Roman Reigns is not taking this lightly. Roman Reigns is taking this personally. And one of these days, I feel bad. I will give a message to Jeff Hardy, watch out, because Reigns is coming.
So do you think Roman thought you were lying at the start of the show then? That maybe Jeff was in the building?
I'm pretty sure he was lying to me, and he's trying to blame this on me, but I had no idea. Jeff Hardy was not in that building. I keep track of my superstars. He was not in that building.
So are you trying to say that I don't keep track of my superstars?
I'm not trying to say that at all. I'm just saying that I don't know where Jeff Hardy was, but something happened, and I don't blame Reigns being mad. I don't blame it.
Yeah, he has every right to be mad. He was screwed out of a win twice.
Twice in a row, and who knows what's going to happen.
Well, I would hate to be either Jeff Hardy or The Miz or Roman Reigns' next opponent.
Exactly. I am. I'm scared for it.
Yeah. You're not a competitor, too. What if Roman just decided to take it on you?
I don't know if I should just take it. I can't fight back. Can't fight my own superstar.
Yeah, but you don't want to get beat up by anybody.
But if it came down to that, I guess I have to punish him.
Yeah. But luckily, it didn't come down to that. So that's amazing. But of course, after Roman Reigns, after he stormed down to the ring, you told him he would have a match. There was this very special match, or not really a special match, But it was Ronda Rousey and Carmella's first match on SmackDown, and Mella did not look good against Ronda Rousey.
Oh, I agree with you there. I don't know what's gotten into Ronda Rousey ever since I drafted her to SmackDown. She's just developed this somewhat new attitude. And I wonder if you're seeing this too. It's just like that vicious attitude. She didn't just beat Carmella. She absolutely mangled her.
Yeah.
It was not even close.
And to make it even worse, like Carmella, she's just trying to like get some like quick possum pins, just trying to get out of there unscathed. And then to make it even worse, Ronda, found a way to reverse the schoolboy into the jackknife and get a pin with a roll up. And of course, that's not her intentions, but
a win's a win.
Yeah.
But it was all Ronda Rousey that match, and Rousey's gonna make a name for herself on SmackDown.
I wonder if she's kind of bought into the whole thing of, Raw's the A show, SmackDown's the B show, so she doesn't want to be seen as this on this inferior show, so she's trying to ramp up the aggression, trying to make SmackDown more, I guess, A-list, to not quote The Miz there, but I feel like it's the best way to say it.
I feel like I get what you're saying. Like, she's trying to make SmackDown the #1 show.
Yeah.
I understand taking out aggression, debuting a new aggression side of Ronda Rousey, and then I don't blame that. I personally believe that. I personally believe your opinion. And that could be the case, or it could be something completely different. We don't know.
Exactly.
But Mella wasn't money that night.
Yeah, I guess she wasn't. But after Ronda Rousey and Carmella, there was a 6-man over-the-top battle royal. I mean, we had guys like Ty Dillinger, Bobby Roode, Rusev, Baron Corbin, people like that, It was a good battle royal. Baron Corbin looked absolutely fantastic, looked amazing, eliminating 4 people. But when it came down to him and Ty was able to get the upper hand and throw him over the top after the perfect 10. I mean, an amazing win for Ty, but like we said on that show, I think Baron's got to be pretty pissed off.
It's just like the Roman Reigns situation. Like, I'm dealing with a bunch of hotheads. Like, I'm dealing with Roman Reigns, who's pissed off about Jeff Hardy. Now I gotta deal with Baron Corbin, who's possibly pissed off at losing that battle royal to Ty Dillinger. Like,
yeah.
I have a lot of stress on my shoulders here as GM on SmackDown. I got a lot of hotheads. But I've dealt with worse decisions. I'll take care of it, like I always do.
Yeah.
But I want to talk about the way Ty was looking for an opportunity, and I gave him one. He actually came to me saying that he wanted an opportunity, and I decided to give him one. And I put him in that battle royal, and he won. And then I even got a thank you at the end of the match. Came to the back into my office and wanted to thank me for giving them opportunity. And I said, I see potential in you. I see potential in all my guys, and I'm going to continue to giving you guys opportunities.
Really? He actually came in your office and thanked you for the opportunity?
Very well did. I joke you not.
Well, classy move, Ty. I give you that. And I'm, honestly, I can't say, as someone who's always been a fan, someone who really sees potential in Ty Dillinger myself, definitely wouldn't, have mind at some point picking up on my show. It's cool to see him have the success. But if I were Ty, I definitely would want to watch out for Baron Corbin.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, Baron Corbin I know what he's capable of. That's why I drafted him. But who knows what he's thinking about with Ty Dillinger. I mean, he eliminated almost everyone in that match. And then it came down to it. And Ty Dillinger, I would just have to say he's the better man. Ty Dillinger was the better man, and just what can he do?
Yeah. But I mean, Baron Corbin, fully utilizing the no DQ rule in a battle royal, breaking up brass knuckles.
Well, anything happens in a no disqualification match, but it still wasn't enough.
I mean, I guess he didn't get, the full force behind the shot, because if he did, Ty probably would have been unconscious.
But Ty was not unconscious. He picked him up after that and able to counter a move and strike him back.
Yeah, able to hit that tiebreaker, hit the perfect 10, I mean...
And threw him over that top rope.
So, like we said before, good win for Ty. Watch out for Baron Corbin. And after that, we saw the SmackDown Tag Team Championships defended. We had Drew McIntyre, Dolph Ziggler against Dash Wilder and Scott Dawson of the Revival. And it was actually a really good tag team match. And it's funny about that. In back-to-back weeks, the first episode of Raw for me, or Me in Charge, I should say, there was a really good tag match between the B Team and Apollo Crews and Titus. And then the very next week on your show, there's a really good tag match between Ziggler and McIntyre and the Revival. I'd probably have to say that the one on your show was a bit better than the one on my show, but that's not to discredit anyone on my show that took part in that match. But yeah, I mean, Ziggler and McIntyre, they walked away with a win after Ziggler put away, was it Wilder or Dawson? I cannot remember.
I believe it was Wilder. Wilder was the man to be pinned.
Yeah, he put him away with the Claymore.
By McIntyre, yes he did.
And it was a really good match. Any special things you want to say about it, though?
I like how everyone, and I actually caught up with Miz and McIntyre earlier in that match, and they said that he literally came up in my face saying that you don't believe in us. You don't believe in us. I don't know why you drafted us to SmackDown, because you don't have faith in us. Nobody in this arena has faith in us, to quote Dolph Ziggler. But I said, I wouldn't have drafted you on my show if I didn't have potential, if I didn't see potential in you. I drafted you, that's why I put you in this SmackDown Tag Team title match. And after they won the match, they were still doubting everybody, saying that no one believed them, but the only people that believed in them were themselves.
Yeah, I can kind of see that. Two guys like Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre, they're not the easiest for the fans to get behind.
It's just, I mean, congratulations to the men. I'm happy. I knew they could do it, and then it's just no one knows this, not even you. After the match, they came in the backstage area, and they were just looking at me, holding their gold, kind of taunting me in a way, and I was just like, is this necessary? Like, I told you I've had faith in you. That's why I drafted you to SmackDown. And now they were just, like, mocking me. I'm like... But I'm just saying, after that, next week, there's going to be some repercussions for that.
Yeah, that definitely seemed like a sign of disrespect.
It is definitely disrespect. It's disrespect to my role as general manager. It's just... disrespect. It's just unfair.
Just irks you.
But, yeah, it does. But next week, repercussions.
Well, you heard it here, folks. Drew McIntyre, Dolph Ziggler will be repercussed. But anyway, Tyson, you talked about, Ty, thanking you. And I don't know if you actually know this or not, but when I was watching the show, someone in the back actually caught that thank you from Ty.
That is very true. I don't know who did, but I'm kind of glad they did. I mean, I was a gentleman-like of Ty. I mean, I don't expect anybody to wish me thank you. I do what I can to give a superstar opportunity. I don't just hand out. Sometimes you got to earn it, but I believe Ty earned it. But it's just no one. I don't know who caught it, but I'm glad they did. I mean, that is the first superstar ever, as my role general manager, that has came back and thanked me for an opportunity.
Well, if it had to be anyone, I would definitely say it probably would be Ty. So.
And he's gonna make a great champion. I
definitely think so, but now it's time to actually get into Roman Reigns and The Miz. We've already talked about it quite a bit already.
Have we ever?
But Roman, as soon as the bell rang, you could just tell he was pissed. I mean, constant, he had a lot of big boots, constant, punches to the face, going straight in for what The Miz calls the money maker. I mean, he was being so aggressive to the point it might even be kind of considered disrespect in a way. But he was just that fed up. He was just that frustrated with Jeff Hardy, really.
I understand where you're coming from. It's just... Roman Reigns is a man that doesn't take things lightly like that. Especially what Jeff Hardy's been doing and trying to get to his mind, trying to play them games. And I understand. I've seen it before. It's just... I've never seen it as bad as this. Jeff Hardy, I believe, is going way too far in doing this to Roman Reigns. And Roman Reigns just had enough. Like, he wasn't going to get Jeff Hardy. He didn't get what he wanted, so what did he do? Maybe pretended that The Miz was Jeff Hardy and take out that aggression on Miz.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with you. Jeff was getting a little bad with the mind games. I mean, in their triple threat match, I mean, Jeff constantly saying, "Hey, Roman, come on, I dare you to hit me with the spear. It doesn't matter if you hit The Miz with the spear. It only matters if you hit me with it." Stuff like that. It's like just goading him in. And that goading him in, doing that is what caused Roman. It really got in his head, got under his skin, so he couldn't put everything he wanted behind whenever he got the opportunity to go one-on-one with The Miz in the triple threat.
It's just, like I said, Jeff Hardy is just somewhat being like kind of like what Kevin Owens did to Matt Hardy. He's kind of being heinous, but he never attacked Roman Reigns. But he has attacked Roman Reigns mentally, not physically. But
yeah,
I wish I could, I don't understand what Jeff Hardy's intentions are with Roman Reigns. And I do believe that Roman Reigns, during that match, he chipped one of the Miz's teeth. Chipped it literally clean off.
Really?
With one of the Superman punches.
Oh
Got
my
him
God.
right in the tooth and it chipped it right off.
Oh, poor Miz. He needs that smile.
And I don't deny you there, but yeah, after I believe the second Superman punch, right after the one to the back of the head, he got it right on the jaw and it actually chipped one of his teeth.
And let me just tell you, Roman must have really, been mad because he hit the drive-by again. I mean, 2 weeks in a row. You could tell the first one he just really wanted to put everything he had behind going into the triple threat. That way he could try and win and go into Extreme Rules. But here, he said, screw it. I'm so fed up that he went straight for the drive-by again.
I'm just saying that, I'm going to say this to all you now, Roman Reigns does not use that drive-by very, very much. Unless it is an absolute big opportunity, big match. Well, I don't know what. During that match with The Miz, I don't know why he hit it, but he did it. I don't blame him from hitting it. It's just the frustration he's going through, and I understand what he's going through. It's just, it's not a move that he really uses that I haven't seen. It's just Roman Reigns did what he did, and I don't know. And
then, can we just talk about the disrespect from The Miz stealing the spear? What a daring shot from The Miz.
Miz, he's all known about that, disrespecting, and it's just, I understand it's sometimes you go too far, but you hit the spear, he's trying to do what Jeff Hardy's doing, maybe play mind games, get into that head, and just possibly trying to find a way to come out with a sneaky win.
But for The Miz in this case, would it necessarily be he's trying to pull the same thing Jeff is? Or would it really be, at that point, he was so fed up with Roman being so aggressive in the match that he couldn't take it anymore, and he thought he needed to do some sort of thing to equalize.
I don't deny you there. I mean, maybe he's trying to develop an aggressive side too. Maybe after he chipped his tooth, maybe he got really so pissed off, he decided to maybe get Reigns a taste of his own medicine, hit him with his own move, and I don't blame The Miz at all for that. It's just, it doesn't really know. It could be multiple things, but I don't deny your opinion. I don't deny my opinion. It just doesn't know.
Yeah. But, of course, the match was, I'm going to say flat out right now, the match was ruined when, as we said before, someone played Jeff's music, Reigns was distracted, and Miz got out of there with a sneaky roll-up.
Exactly.
But we've already talked about that so much. I don't want to focus too much on that anymore. But after the Reigns-Miz scenario, the main event of SmackDown was a triple threat match between Shinsuke Nakamura, Jeff Hardy, and Seth Rollins. Of course, the winner, as you said, before the show even went on the air, I think you said on a tweet or something, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, I did.
You said that the winner would go on to face The Miz at Extreme Rules, and that's a huge announcement. And, of course, go ahead and say right now, Randy Orton won the match with an RKO, but only after Shinsuke, he got cocky. He hit Seth with one of his trademark now low blows.
I believe we'll call it trademark low blow because he actually invented the low blow. a low blow. It's just like, we can call it a trademark. It's something that he does quite frequently.
Yeah. But he hit Rollins with a low blow. He was just taunting, saying, "Is that all you got, Rollins? Come on." Then just starts taunting in Randy's face. Then he starts not paying attention. And Randy, he stands there while Shinsuke's not looking. It's like, what in the world are you doing? And he says, screw it, RKO. And Randy is going to Extreme Rules to face The Miz. And seeing as how that will more than likely be your last match, crown your WWE champion at the big pay-per-view, I definitely want to see how that match will go.
And I believe it's going to be a great match. I mean, Randy Orton, a long time coming. That's why he came to SmackDown to be a champion. That's why Miz came to SmackDown to be a champion. Those two superstars will do anything it takes. And we saw Miz hit Reigns with a spear. Maybe could we see Miz hit the RKO on Randy? Randy hit a skull crushing finale on Miz? We don't know. We don't know what we can see from these two superstars.
Yeah, definitely. But unless there's anything else you want to say with that,
I'm just saying that I have faith in those both superstars, and it's going to be a great match. And at this point, I can't call who's going to be WWE champion.
Yeah. But anyway, I just want to say thank you, Elliot James, for letting us be here. It was a really cool opportunity to be on Universal Rewind. And, of course, make sure you go follow Elliot James on social media. Go follow us. Make sure you keep tuning in to Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown. I've been the General Manager of Raw, James. And this has been the SmackDown General Manager,
Tyson.
And for Elliot James, we're signing off with Universal Rewind. See you guys.